Hi, I'm Stephanie Michelle. So as we head into the Samhain Halloween season, I wanted to do a series of videos on the topics of angelology and demonology. I have had an interest in these topics since I was a child, beginning to read The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, as well as playing the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. And my interest in these topics became even more enhanced as a teenager when I became involved with modern Satanism, Thelema, and Rosicrucianism. And I began to seriously study these topics academically after I became a Christian and I started to attend Philadelphia College of the Bible, which later became Philadelphia Biblical University. And this continued when I converted from Christianity to Judaism in 2003, covering the time period from my young adulthood into my middle adulthood and into my later adulthood. From the start, I want to reiterate the fact that I do not believe in the supernatural. In fact, I believe that supernaturalism is an absurd superstition. I adopted, as a teenager, the system of Mr. Aleister Crowley, known as scientific illuminism, the stated goal of which is to synthesize the method of science with the aim of religion, where Mr. Crowley recommended studying the topics of supernaturalism, occultism, from a very critical academic point of view as best as possible. And since my teenage years, this has always been my perspective when it comes to alleged supernaturalism and occultism. This, of course, does not mean that I entirely dismiss the topics of supernaturalism or occultism. In fact, anyone who knows me knows that I really enjoy these topics. And since I was a young preteen girl, I've always been interested in the topics of angelology and demonology, especially where they intersect with the topics of alleged extra-dimensional ghosts or extraterrestrial aliens. Indeed, I affirm Clarke's third law, established by the science fiction author Sir Arthur Clarke, which states the following, and I quote, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic," unquote. Indeed, in regards to the topic of metaphysics, I prefer to uphold the academic distinction between supernaturalism and preternaturalism, even though often in common parlance they are considered to be synonyms. I do not believe that anything can break the laws of nature. Therefore, I utterly refute the concept of supernaturalism. Nonetheless, I do believe that there are aspects of nature which we currently do not understand. And under this definition, I would relegate these to preternaturalism. The Latin prefix super essentially meaning that which is above nature, and the Latin prefix praeter essentially meaning that which is alongside of nature. For instance, I am an agnostic because philosophically the notion of a deity or a god is a philosophical absolute, and you cannot prove or disprove a philosophical absolute. Therefore, I suggest that claiming to be a theist who believes in God or an atheist who does not believe in God are both absurd affirmations. Of course, theism and atheism are beliefs, whereas agnosticism deals with knowledge. So if you press me for my personal belief, I claim that I am a theistic agnostic, meaning that I personally think that there may be a deity or a God, but I have no way of either proving or disproving this personal opinion of mine. And therefore the same is true of any other metaphysical topic. For instance, I love the tarot cards. However, I affirm that they are just simply cards with pictures on them. But I do think that these symbols represent astrology. And as for astrology, I do not take a supernatural viewpoint, but rather I believe that astrology is an imperfect algorithm which helps to identify and predict certain cyclical aspects of nature. And therefore, in regards to alleged angels or demons or ghosts or even aliens, I take a skeptical, critical approach. I do not believe that angels, demons, or ghosts are supernatural, and therefore I lean more towards an extraterrestrial explanation such as aliens, or more likely an extra-dimensional interpretation such as energy. So hopefully that serves as an introduction to this series of topics I hope to do. Thank you for coming and watching me tonight. In the Aramaic language of the Sefer Zohar, the Book of Radiance, Ta Kazi, come, see. Shalom, peace.